Welcome to another branch manager snapshot. I'm in a forest right now just west of Coombs, BC on Vancouver Island, and it's a young forest. Average age is probably about 40 to 50 years old. It has fir, hemlock, pine, and some cedar. I want to show you something that's in this forest. It looks like a bit of an anomaly, although it is common if there were many of these species. This is a lodgepole pine, which is infected with a parasitic disease in the forest called dwarf mistletoe. Now, it's also been described as witch's broom, and you can see the lower branches. You could conjure up images of a witch's broom there. So dwarf mistletoe is a distant cousin of the mistletoe which we use around Christmas time. This dwarf mistletoe, though, is a damaging cousin, and as you can see from this particular example, has done a major damage. This tree is actually not going to live. You can see the upper portion, the top portion is turning orange, pretty well orange-brown. This point is tree is still standing, it's alive. A lot of the wood inside is good in the lower portion, but the upper portion is now going into a very poor state of decay, and it will go into an advanced decay. Luckily, there isn't a lot of lodgepole pine in this stand. I only noticed one or two around me. This one that I'm showing you is the most severely affected. What can you do about something like this? As a forester, we need to treat or basically remove those lodgepole pine that are infected, and we can move them onto the site. Now, the other thing too is if there's harvesting that goes on in the area, the idea would be to stay well away or keep a distance between infected trees and trees that are harvested. Well, the reason for that is that this parasitic dwarf mistletoe will stay in the tree basically its whole life in the form of berries. It will shoot the berries, yes, I said shoot the berries, at a fairly high speed, upwards of 15 meters or around 60 feet through the air, and could land anywhere on any other trees. And Douglas fir is another tree that could be infected around it. Luckily here we just have the one dwarf mistletoe. Very I can use the word ugly to look at. Definitely ugly. Branches are swollen, impaired. Growth has stopped in the tree. So really it's something to keep an eye on. Also, if it's in an area where you've harvested and are going to reforest, plant young seedlings, and you see dwarf mistletoe adjacent to the plantation, it's best to not plant trees that are within around 15 meters, which is not big distance, but keep away from the parasitic tree and the dwarf mistletoe. If it gets into a stand of lodgepole pine, which is mainly lodgepole pine, then we have a major problem and could ruin that forest. So I thought you'd like that presentation today from Coombs, in the Coombs area on Vancouver Island, British Columbia. Keep it real and keep it green.